guys, I'm back, and today's review is Ant-Man. This movie was amazing. My friends and I really enjoyed it. However, we didn't get as hyped for this movie as we did with Avengers Age of Ultron. In fact, I was surprised when I heard he was getting his own standalone movie, as before I had only ever seen him cameo in other superhero shows or be a part of a team. But man, did Marvel deliver and blow my expectations out of the water. From characters to storyline, this movie was very well thought out. It had so much humor, subtle or otherwise, and had such great ties to the comics. The amount of references I spotted leading either back to other movies or past comics made me giddy, and I was continuously gasping every time I saw a hint I recognized. They even stayed quite close to the original comic storyline, and I loved them for it. I knew Scott Lang wasn't the first Ant-Man, but that he was going to be the Ant-Man for this movie. And at first I thought that they were going to change the story so that he'd be the first Ant-Man in the MCU. But I was pleasantly surprised when they had established Hank as being the original Ant-Man, and even more ecstatic when we got a short scene with Wasp, and she looked great for the short moment she was on screen. For a moment though, I kept getting frustrated as to why they weren't letting Hope, Hank's daughter, use the suit. She was clearly the best choice to perform the mission, and I was upset that Hank kept shutting her down. I thought, why put in a strong character if you're just going to snub her at every turn? What is the reason why she can't put on the suit and kick some ass? And then they gave me a reason. They actually took the time to explain it well, in a way that made sense when dealing with family connections. That, coupled with the first post-credit scene showing that Hope actually was getting a suit of her own when her father realized she was ready, made it all better than well and good. Going back to the comic connections, there were a lot of them, and I am so happy for it. They kept the obvious, such as Scott Lang having a daughter, who is adorable and hilarious by the way, and him being a burglar. Changing either of these things would be similar to changing Ben Grimm's eye color to anything but blue, and would have been upsetting to the members of this fandom. But I love that they even included how Scott Lang stole the original suit, as he does in the comics. And even with the changes made to Yellowjacket's character, no longer being Hank Pym who went insane, they still keep the insanity bit, which I appreciate, as that was the main reason why Yellowjacket was created in the comics and movie alike. The movie also ties in with the other MCU movies wonderfully, actually being an important part of the story instead of just thrown in. The part where Ant-Man fights Falcon is by far my favorite scene and a gift to this fandom. And as always, Stanley's cameo is gold. This movie is full of great humor, wonderful characters, and fabulous writing, making it an absolute joy to watch. However, they do get sloppy with a few laws of physics. They mention that Scott is just as strong and weighs the same when he's small, but wouldn't this also apply to the tank Hank shrinks down to make a keychain, making it impossible to carry around in one's pocket? I will admit that this is forgivable, as it does result in a funny moment I enjoyed, but I just like pointing these things out. I gave this movie 4.5 stars out of 5. Enjoy!